Welcome to this yoga flow. Today we'll be focusing on opening up our chest and our shoulders. You don't need a block or any equipment other than your mat today in a nice quiet space. So today we'll get started on our backs. Slowly lower all the way down. Bend your knees, soles of the feet on the mat, and take them about the width of your mat, so feet out wide. And then let your knees fold in to touch, resting on one another. Bring one hand on your belly and one hand on your chest. You can blink your eyes closed here. And just take a few moments here to feel your breath, to check in with your body, with how you're feeling today. Knowing that every day our body feels just a little bit different. Just see what you're working with today. And start to slow your inhalations and exhalations. Feeling your belly rise and fall a little bit more, a little bit higher and a little bit lower. Rounds of your Ujjayi breath. Lick your lips and seal them shut. Breathe in and out of your nose, making a constriction in the back of your throat. So it's like that Darth Vader sound on your inhalation and your exhalation. This creates heat in the body, warming you up for your flow. Stretch. Reach your arms back, your feet forward. And then rock to one side. And press yourself up to a tabletop position. So facing the top front of your mat, hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Press your hands into the mat, fingers nice and wide. Inhale, slide your chest forward, shoulder blades back. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your pelvis, look for your thighs. Inhale, lower your belly, arc your back, look forward for cow. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest for cat. So taking a few rounds here on your own, cat-cow. Letting your breath be your guide. So on our exhalations, we round our back. On our inhalations, we arc it and look forward. And you can take any extra movements that you need here. You can sway your hips side to side. Getting any stiffness out of the back right now. A couple more rounds. Come to a neutral tabletop position. Keep your hips stacked over your knees. And then walk your hands out as far as you can. Press your hands into the mat, tops of the feet into the mat, and then slowly lower your chest down towards the floor. You can rest your forehead down, taking puppy pose. It's a nice shoulder opener, chest opener. Inhale. And then exhale, see if you can sink your chest down a little bit further. head up, walk your hands in, and then rest your hips back towards your heels for child's pose. So rest your forehead down, sink your hips back, deep inhale, find lightness, and then exhale, see if you can ground down a little bit more. And then walk your hands over towards your right side. Dip your hips towards the left, and then rest your head down. You can intensify the stretch on your left side body more by taking your left hand and putting it over your right. And walk your hands over towards the left. And once they're there, dip the right side hip down and rest your forehead in between your arms. And then you can take that right hand and put it on your left if you want to intensify this. And slowly walk your hands back through center. Press yourself up to tabletop. Tuck your toes and lift your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet here. Bend your knees to get more length in the spine. And suck your belly in towards your spine, so you're engaging your stomach here. And slide your shoulders away from your ears. You can shake your head yes or no to get any tension out of your neck. And just let the crown of your head float towards the mat. Find your still downward dog. Bend your knees. Look towards the top of your mat, and on your exhale, step or hop towards your hands. Inhale, lift halfway, hands press against the shins, shoulder blades away from the ears. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, slowly rise all the way up, vertebra by vertebra. Lift your hands up overhead, option to look up. Exhale, palms come together, hands come down to heart center. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead and find your steeple mudra grip. Feet are hip distance apart. Steeple mudra grip is index fingers together, thumbs interlace, thumbs cross, fingers interlace. So inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. And then exhale, bend over towards your right, and then hips press towards the left. And eye gaze can be up towards the ceiling to intensify the stretch, or it can be down on the ground if it hurts your neck to do that. Inhale, rise up through center. And then exhale, bend over towards your left. Press your hips over to the right. Rotate your shoulders up towards the sky. Inhale brings you back up through center. Make fists with your hands. And then goal pulse your arms. Slide your chest forward, shoulder blades down and back. Inhale, lift your hands back up towards the sky. And then exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Hands press against your shins. Exhale, fold over. Press your hands into the mat. Step back to high plank, upper push-up. You can bring your knees down here if you need to. Inhale and shift your weight forward. Come onto your tippy toes. And then exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Check that your hands are still underneath your shoulders. Rest your forehead down. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. Inhale, slide your chest forward, look forward for cobra. So chest is up, pelvis is pressing into the mat. And on your exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. We'll take that one more time. Inhale, bring your chest up, look forward. And here, see if you can lift your hands off the mat. So you're just using your lower back right now to lift yourself up. And on your exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Slide your hands down to your bottom rib cage. Fingertips are nice and wide. Deep inhale. And then exhale. Straighten your arms. Lift your thighs off the mat. And look forward. Exhale, tuck your toes. Hips go up and back for downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees. Look forward. Step or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, come up through center. Arms lift up towards the sky. And then exhale, palms come together to heart center. Find that steeple mudra grip again. Index fingers together, fingers interlaced, thumbs crossed. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale, bend over towards your right. Inhale, come up through center. And exhale, bend over towards your left. Inhale through center. Take that goalpost position again. So make fists with your hands. Deep inhale, reach up. And then exhale, goalpost your arms. Slide your chest forward. Shoulder blades down and back. Inhale, reach back up. Then exhale, hinge at your hips. Palms come down to the ground. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold over. Bring your hands down to the mat. Step your feet back to high plank, upper push-up. Option to come down to your knees. Inhale, shift forward. And then exhale, bend your elbows and lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, lift for upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees and look forward. Step or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. And exhale, hands come down to heart center. Bring your feet together. Open up your right foot. You can keep your right foot on the ankle. Kickstand it there. Or you can bring it up to your calf or your inner thigh. I'll stay down here. You can keep your hands at heart center. Or you can grow your branches for tree pose. You can interlace your fingers behind you. Puff up your chest. Find your drishti, your focal point on the ground. Inhale, bend your knee. Come to one-legged Tadasana. Flex your foot, arms reach up. And then exhale, step your right foot back to a lunge. Lower the back knee down, top of the foot comes down. Lift your arms up, reach towards the sky, and then take your left hand and reach for your right wrist. Exhale. Inhale, lift up, and then bend over towards your left side. And sink your hips down. So you're opening up your hips here and then getting into your right side body. Come up through center. Cartwheel your hands down to the mat. Step your left foot back to meet the right. High plank upper push-up. Inhale, shift forward. And then exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Bend your knees. Step or hop to the top of your mat. center. Bring your feet together. Open up your left knee. Same thing on the opposite side. You can kickstand your foot to the ankle, calf, or inner thigh. Open that knee up. And ensure that your hips are still centered, that they're not knocking out to one side. Find that focal point on the ground, about 3 feet in front of you. You can take any variation you want on this side too, with your hands. Inhale, bend your knee forward, flex your foot, and then step back to lunge position, and then lower down that left knee, top of the foot comes down. Inhale, reach your arms up, and then reach for your left wrist. Deep inhale, and then exhale, bend over towards the right. And then sink that left hip down. Really big stretch in the left side body. And bring your hands back through center. Bring your hands down towards the mat. So hands would be underneath your shoulders. And then step that right foot back to meet the left. High plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way. And then inhale, back bend of choice. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take your feet wide this time so they can be off the mat. So wide-legged forward fold. And take your right hand and reach it across. Reach for the outside of the left calf. Bring your chest in between your arm and your leg for a twist. And then bring that right hand back down. Take your left hand off and reach for the outside of the right calf or anywhere in the leg. And then bring your chest in between your leg and your arm. And bring the left hand back down. And then slowly walk your wide-legged feet to the top of the mat. So now you're in this wide-legged forward fold. Just let your crown of your head fall heavy towards the mat. Press the pinky side edges of the feet into the mat. And then you can reach for opposite elbows if you want to with your arms. You can reach for the outsides of your feet. Or you can just keep your hands on the mat. We'll be here for a few more breaths. You can play with rocking forward and back on your feet. Bring your hands down to the mat if they're not already, and heel toe your feet in towards one another so they're hip distance apart. So we're at the top of the mat. And then inhale, slowly roll all the way up to stand. Ground down through your left foot. Bend your right knee, flex the foot, arms reach up. And then exhale, step that right foot back to crescent lunge. We're coming into warrior one from here. So bring down that back heel. So right toes will be pointing towards the right corner of the room. Take your hands on your hips and bring them through center so that they're square towards the top of your mat. Inhale, reach your arms up, and then exhale, interlace your fingers behind you. Bend through that front knee, puff up your chest, deep inhale, and then exhale, bow your chest forward for humble warrior. So your chest is coming to the inside of that left knee. Press through the pinky side edge of your right foot, and then take your left knee and bring it over towards the left side to open up space for your chest to come forward. Inhale, rise back up, arms reach up. Lift your back heel, bring your hands down to your mat. step your left foot back to meet the right, high plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way. And then inhale, back bend of choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend your knees, look forward, step or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, sweep arms up overhead. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Bend your left knee, flex your foot. And then step back to crescent lunge. Bring that left foot, left heel down to the mat. Left toes are pointing towards the left corner of the room. Square your hips towards center. Bend through that right knee. Inhale, lift your arms up overhead. Exhale, interlace your fingers behind you. Puff up your chest. Deep inhale. And then exhale, bow your chest forward for humble warrior. Press through that pinky side edge of the left foot. And then bend your right knee over towards the right. Press your hands back towards the back of the mat. Release your hands. Bring your hands down to the mat. Bring your right foot back to meet the left. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lower your knees down to the mat, the tabletop position. So ensure that your hips are stacked over your knees, wrists are underneath your shoulders. And take one hand and bring the palm up. So top of the hand is down on the mat, palm is up and fingers are facing towards your body. You can leave it with one hand, you can take both hands and just make some circles. Massaging out those wrists. Reverse direction. And then come back through center. Put your palms down on the mat. Inhale, lift your right arm up towards the sky, reach up. And then exhale, thread the needle through your left side and rest your right cheek down on the mat. You can reach the left hand forward towards the top of your mat. Take a bind here, opening up the shoulders. A couple breaths here. And slowly unwind, bring your left hand down on the mat. Reach your left hand down on the mat, and then reach your right hand up. And then exhale, lower your right hand down to meet your left. Inhale, sweep your left hand up to the sky. And then exhale, thread the needle through your right side and let your left cheek rest on the mat. You can take any variation you want here with your right arm to intensify the stretch in the shoulders. You can take a bind. Down to the mat, slowly unwind. Reach your left hand up towards the sky, and then exhale, lower it back down. Staying on your knees, slowly rise all the way up. We're coming into camel pose. So you can tuck your toes and bring your heels up a little bit higher if you want to reach for your heels today. Deep inhale. Bring your hands to your low back like you're sliding your hands into your pocket. And then exhale, bend back. Bring your hips forward, chest up towards the sky. If you want to go a little bit deeper, reach for those heels. stays up and lifted. Hips are pressing forward. And eye gaze is up towards the ceiling. And inhale, walk your hands back up towards the low back. And then lower your hips down towards the mat. Come into child's pose. Reach your arms forward, forehead down. And then come back up to table. Bring your feet out to the side, hips down. Arms, legs come out in front of you. Flex your feet. Inhale, reach your arms up. And then exhale, slowly lower your chest down towards the mat. Your hands can be down beside you. You can reach for your feet. And let your head fall heavy. Release any tension in your neck. Come back up, bend your knees, soles of the feet are on the mat. Make sure that there's enough room behind you, and then slowly lower your back all the way down to the mat. Bring your soles of your feet towards your booty. Press your hands into the mat beside you, feet into the mat, and then lift your hips up for bridge pose. You can interlace your fingers here to open up your chest a little bit more. Squeeze your hips up. Tuck your chin towards your chest. And then slowly lower your hips all the way down. Bend your knees. Reach your hands in between your knees for happy baby. You can reach for the outsides of your feet for your calves. Rock back and forth. And then bring your knees in through center. Bring your knees towards your chest. Reach your forehead to your knees. Make a nice tight ball. And then lower all the way down to the mat for final Shavasana. Take up as much space as you'd like. Arms can go out wide. Relax your feet, relax your thighs, relax your belly, relax your fingers, release any tension in your jaw. You can close your eyes. Just be for a few moments before you get back into your day. Together and down to heart center. Thank Thank you so much for flowing with me today. Namaste.